the back who comes in to replace Duncan Matthews, one of the players that drops out. Franke Horn and Yaku Creel, the other two players that drop out of the squad. Creel making a comeback from injury, so unfortunate that he won't be able to feature here this evening. Jordan Hendrickse has been tearing up the South African rugby scene in the 10 jersey, brother of Jaden in the 9. And Andre Warner will have a lot of work to do in the 9 to keep this back line moving. Rabs Matwane on the wing, an electrifying player. The Toyota Cheetahs, more stability here, except Reynard Fortain will be starting in the 10 as the rotation of number 10s in the Cheetahs continues rather. Clayton Blomachies at the back is a counter-attacking aficionado. Craig Barry comes in on the wing, as does Malcolm Yar. No Roscoe Speckman and no Cohen Jasper, no Duncan Saal either. No Jandre Rudolph for the Cheetahs, who plays on the flank, so useful there. Junior Pokomela in on the flank. Jacques Potgieter continues, as does Aiden Davis. Ruan Pienaar will be the captain of the Cheetahs once more, product of Grey College. And of course, he's gone all over the world since then, over 140 appearances for Ulster. A world champion in 2007, British and Irish Lions Tour winner in 2009. Here's Burger Odendaal, formerly of the Bulls Parish, leading the Lions to the Free State field. Those few changes in the Lions squad late on, forcing 6 changes in the squad altogether, as there were some positional changes. Emmanuel Chituka notably coming in off the bench to start in the number 7 jersey. Ruan Straudi starting again in the number 8. Son, of course, of a famous father, Rudolf Straudi. There is Fred Zeilinger, who played many a long year here in the Free State. Played in that 10 jersey as well, now in the 15 for the Sigma Lions. And the home side led out by their captain, Ruan Pienaar, desperate for victory here this evening on their home turf, as the clock ticks down on the Currie Cup season and those log points become all the more important. This refurbished back 3 should be able to provide excitement all the same. So many electrifying players in the Cheetah setup, in the Cheetah squad altogether. So the losses of Saal, Jasper, as well as Roscoe Speckman, hopefully won't affect them too badly. The conditions are perfect for running rugby here this evening. Junior Pokomela, such a shining star in youth rugby. And we will have a moment's silence now for many of the Free State alumni who have recently passed. Tragic times that we live in. Some of those lost coming from the Cheetahs fraternity, others from the Harley-Davidson club that so entertains the fans here. And we do mourn their losses. So important to protect each other during these difficult times. Let's see this pandemic through to the end as one. We're almost ready for kickoff. Jordan Hendrickse will be the player to get us underway. He's had so much valuable experience since last year, taking over this 10 jersey. Hendrickse sends it high for the Lions to chase, and we are underway here in Bloemfontein. Well taken in by Jean Droste, part of a solid lock combination with Renier Bernardo. Van der Merwe carries forward, sets up an easy clearance for Clayton Blomachies, all the way down to Hendrickse. Difficult pass for Zeilinger to deal with, and now the Cheetahs can apply pressure to Simelane. Wandisile Simelane, so dangerous when he sees open spaces. But the defensive line of the Cheetahs advancing well. May have just drifted off sides on the outside, the Cheetahs. No advantage being played as Hendrickse launches a very contestable kick. Great effort coming in from Reynard Fortain, but taken out in the air, and a penalty alongside me here this evening, Kobani Bobo. Kobani. these two teams have it all to do.
Yeah, lots to do, but it's a pressure game. Both teams at the bottom of the log, and they need to really step up now. A chance and opportunity for the Lions if they get a bonus point to get into the playoff spot, and for the Cheetahs to stay in the hunt. When they got the home game, the Lions were going through a 3-game losing streak, and this is a great kick. It's a contestable kick, but Stian Pienaar just reads it wrong, and he gets underneath the player. He's not deemed to be any dangerous that deserved a card or anything, but protect the player in the end.
And it comes from Van der Merwe. The Cheetahs set a rolling maul. It's going backwards. Pienaar takes it out. Fortuin to the line. The Lions defense ready for that. Quick ball for Pienaar. Cheetahs starting on the front foot. Here's Marnus van der Merwe. Another great run. Pienaar again looking for quick ball. No numbers on the outside, but plenty of power in Bernardo. Fokomela. Somewhat isolated. He keeps his feet well. Pienaar again. Lions defense staying strong as Masuku looks for a gap. And now piling in on the Lions as they sense a turnover. The call goes against them.
Decisions to be made here from Ruan Pienaar, and you can see the leadership group standing close by. Decided to be much more ambitious about this. I feel that they've got the momentum. Carrying the ball, Masuku. Now those two players, especially Ruan Strode, he has to move away there. It makes it very difficult for the Cheetahs to retain the position as it stands on the line of the ruck.
Van der Merwe feeds again, and the Cheetahs are able to set better this time. They can stabilize, they have numbers behind the ball, but here come the Lions. Breaking away wisely so, Van der Merwe. Busy early on. Off the ground, and now it's Yard on the outside, met in defense and driven backwards. Good here. Fortuin sending it the other way, Masuku. Some strong tackles coming from all angles. That's great work. Powering forward, Potgieter, Pienaar again. The Cheetahs work it quickly. Pick and go from Van der Merwe once more, and he's lost control in the contact. Will the Lions start a counter-attack from deep? They're all marked up on the outside. Advantage for the knock-on.
Great tackle there from Mark Kumya. Standing up on a stronger man in front of him. But the Cheetahs here. Work from Marnus van der Merwe. Attention and attending was Stisa Tolu, who dislodged the ball, and it's a turnover for the Lions. They survive an onslaught of being under pressure for the last 4 minutes, and now they get a chance to go into the scrumming set piece where they can build confidence. If they want to put the nervous dart, Cheetahs not converting in what was a position where they could have gone for post. They've decided to go for a short 5-minute line out, and the Lions defended well. They got down to the ground and shoved them back, and it's just the momentum now being sucked out of here. This is Reina Fontaine and Junior Fokomela getting a bit of strapping. That's what he should have done in the change room.
Well, Kobani, we saw the British and Irish Lions turn down a couple of kickable goals in that third test match, and that ended up costing them quite a lot.
Stability.
Well, it's those decisions you have to make. Sometimes hindsight it is full-on 2020 vision.
Okay, we're gonna go.
That you as players on the field, you do feel the momentum, you feel that you do have a chance, and you want to build on that. That's how you plan it with the leadership group and the coach. How does he help you to sort of say make those decisions when players think alike and in sync with their coach? Maybe they should have gone for post there.
Crouch. Okay. Just get a shoulder out here. If I say crouch, you both go. We can then sort it out, but both go.
Two very experienced front rows with two youngsters in the number 1 jersey, Stacey Tola and Cameron Dawson.
Crouch. Bind. Set. That side down.
Cameron Dawson up against Ruan Dreyer. So experienced. Of course, 4 Springbok caps to his name as well.
Well, it felt stable and everyone had the right long bind, and then collapse on the far side from Morris for the first days. And
please keep it like that.
Stacey Toilet has to keep his body weight here. You can see the hinging. And Arnos could see losing his footing too.
Crouch.
So guess what happens? The ref moves over.
Bind. Gents. Time off. Stability.
Plenty of frustration from Marius van der Westhuizen. Simple instructions. Stability. Let's see if we can get a good set this time around.
Time on. Crouch.
Will he be under pressure now to make a decision, Marius van der Westhuizen?
Bind. Set.
And Ruan Jaya losing his
Far
footing.
side. Tight head.
Couldn't withstand that.
Just feet going out.
Dawson
Shot.
gets one on the Springbok. And you can see him sticking his hand up. All of a sudden, decision is to go for the post. You live and you learn.
Thanks.
Ruan Jaya on the hit. And not even getting any stability, and then his footing just comes underneath him. Not getting it tight with that bind too.
This is Ruan Pienaar. Bread and butter for the experienced number 9. The first points of the match, the Cheetahs lead.
Good ward, 6 minutes for the Cheetahs, putting the pressure. A bit more relief from the coaching staff, better decision making. It was the easiest kick for Ruan. It's all about piling pressure, especially as a home side.
Hendrikse very long. Might just have bounced before the try line. Pienaar happy
Stop
to catch
two.
and return. And under no pressure, makes it almost to the 10-meter line in his own half. Not a bad result for the Lions.
It's just a simple exit for the Cheetahs. The Lions now get an attacking ball on the 10-meter line in the opposition's half.
Hou net agter op jou.
They've decided to go for a 6-man line out.
We'll get them in.
Some loose forwards right in the midfield there.
Get
In
in
the form
white.
of Sbusi Sosangweni and Emmanuel Chituka.
Sachi, perfect line
Not
up.
straight.
the
Not
outside.
straight. It didn't take much.
Captain.
It was as crooked as anything.
Scrum down.
It was almost like a draw. Look at that. Yeah. Not straight at all. Never gave a chance to the Cheetahs to compete on that ball. If it was a straight up ball, man has gone up in front of him. Ball swerved away from him. So the Cheetahs get possession back.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Down again on the near side.
Anything there? Use it.
Same side that collapsed previously. Pienaar away to Fortuin, Masuku, Blomichis. Lions defense spreading well. And Cheetahs struggling to find holes early on. Masuku deep, sends it wide. The Cheetahs always have a way to get the ball moving. Here's Yar on the inside, and a fine ball to the outside to Strauli. Back inside now again, and it's going to be Ruan Pienaar all the Well, the Cheetahs are on fire. They've been knocking and knocking, and they've banged down the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheetahs straight to their DNA. It's wide. It's coast to coast.
Okay,
It's skills and distribution. It's a great pass from Siamasuku. Gets it into the space. Drawing and passing from Aiden Davis. This is the work now off the ball. Pass was brave from Malcolm Yard. Back onto the inside. Gave it to the man with a bigger pace. And it's Ruan Pienaar rolling back the years. Malcolm Yard, this is a perfect, threw about 3 players onto him, Aiden Davis. Just had to link up with Manus van der Merwe. They flared through the line break, and the support play from the Cheetahs, all you could see was orange.
Pienaar from almost precisely the same spot knocks it over. Great start for the Cheetahs. Great start for Manus van der Merwe. He's everywhere.
Oh, this is good work now. Working to create the space onto the inside and keeping the ball alive was important in that move. And Aiden Davis and Manus van der Merwe backing up to put away the scrum off, and they captain Ruan Pienaar.
Hendrickse once more. Deep is the call again. Stian Pienaar after this, but here's Potgieter always ready to run, no matter what's in front of him. The Lions almost getting their hands on that ball. Masuku.
3, stop.
Driving them towards the touchline. Hendrickse will elect not to take it quickly.
We spoke about how senior players and leadership will be important for the Cheetahs. To give him a chance, as players like Potgieter getting themselves onto the ball and going forward. They retain possession here because now they're working hard in that breakdown and the exit play straight to the halfway line. Aiden Davis has been one of the top tacklers in Currie Cup rugby.
Visagie failed last time. This time they get it right into the hands of Ruan Strali.
This taller collapsed their own self.
Well, that's gone loose at the base of that maul. Not great from the Lions, and the Cheetahs, what a turnover.
Great turnover by 6.
Junior Poko Mela. Potgieter, now there's some space to run into. Fortuin sends it wide to Yar. Yar has a lot of work to do, and he sends it to Brats. Brats for the corner.
That is class if he gets it. David Brits, man from Saalbon. And what he does well here, he leads with the ball as he leaps over for that try. Great patience and playing experience from Jacques Potgieter. And look at this, he leads with the ball, leaps up, makes sure that his feet are off the ground. Stian Pienaar can't get to him. Now, what's the closest thing to the ball, to the floor? It's the ball does the work. It's a great finish. You have to practice those. Definitely have to practice those. That's such a good thing that modern rugby has really shown. How to attack the touchline, knowing that the corner flag doesn't matter.
Ruan Pienaar for the extra 2. Toughest kick of the evening so far. Drifting away, no extras.
Kicking at 90%, won't be bothered about that. But Junior Pokomela, stand up and play. This is what happens. Gets in there, but he does the meaningful thing, going for the ball. Aiden Davis does well. Look at Potgieter there, holds up the ball, and Reina Fortuin puts on the gas, and then it's time to stretch them wide. David Brits, outstanding finish.
Another deep restart from the Lions, and it's Potgieter again. Charging up into the Lions. Here is the tireless Manus van der Merwe. Great presentation for Pienaar to keep it moving, and Blomichis sends it long and into touch. Another great clearance from the Cheetahs. They've started very well here on their home ground.
So clinical. Execution is good. The carry from Jacques Voorgieter got the ball back, I guess fortunately. And then Manus van der Merwe, they're kicking at their own terms, knowing that it's inside his 22. Look at this try from David Brits. Well, getting a chance now after he left Western Province has really made that number 13 jersey here at Cheetahs his.
One of many players to come from Marties to the Cheetahs, now with Harvey's Fourie, former Marties coach, in charge. That line out is finally contested by the Cheetahs. Will the Lions come up with the goods, though? Somehow, some way they do. Sent high by Warner. Waiting underneath Berry, but that's a great effort from Ravs Makwane. And powering forward through the hits. That's great stuff from Sangweni. The Lions now just inches away. That is a powerhouse try from the Sigma Lions. Straldi gets over the line in the end.
That's his classic play from the Lions. The kick pressure, ball and hang time was key from Warner's kick. It gave them 4 seconds. Who do you give the 4 seconds to? It's Rabs Makwane, who chases hard and he puts his body on the line. He dominates up in the end and he puts it back on. Look at Sangweni now. It's a fight in the tackle. It's the strength from the youngster. Ruan Straldi sees the space in front of him, placing that ball over the try. The Lions just down the tram lines, making sure that they convert the scraps. And they won those scraps from the 2 loose forwards. And Straldi is in.
With his first effort this evening, Jordan Hendrickson. Look at the power of that strike. He was knocking them over for fun in the warm-up. Cannot knock it over from the corner. Hendrickson, it's 15-5.
The kick is as good as a chase, but after that is who gets onto the scraps. And Sbusiso Sangweni loves the strap. It's good play from Ruan Straldi, backing up his loose forward. The Lions are on the scoreboard.
Blomichis, the kickoff for the Cheetahs, who also elect to go deep. Zeilinger has time to get the pass away to Chituka. Uncompromising runner.
It's fine.
Warner.
Stop!
It's off to Zeilinger.
Donkey.
Into touch, but it is an attacking line-out for the Cheetahs. Short line out from the Cheetahs, but the Lions read that play, and now they come up with the ball as well. Great defense. Powering forward, Ruben Skuman. Now it's Visagie. Anytime they've got the ball, they've looked sharp, the Lions. Dion Pinar sends it to Similani. Zeilinger as they run out of space on the outside, but tell that to Ravs Makwane, who leaves absolutely no space to get going. It's Ravs Makwane in for the try. Well, this game is heating up.
Oh, it's like basketball, the way they're turning around the scoreboard. That's great work on turnover ball for the Lions. Ravs Makwane has got 4 tries in 6 games. Now he makes it 5 and 6. And look at this work. Defense lacking from the Cheetahs. Clayton Blomichis misses another one. And Ravs Makwane is got serious pace.
Looking forward to Rabs against Roscoe here this weekend, but Roscoe Speckman unable to turn out for the Cheetahs.
He's into bigger things.
That he is, and he deserves to be. Here's Hendrickson. If he gets this over, he'll close the difference to 3 points, which would represent a great comeback for the Lions. with more determination this time, but no greater result. Hendrikse misses his second.
This is great work. Small spaces and everyone just grinding straight and keeping their square shoulders, and that to give that man, because he's got the gas. And Makwane, another try for him in the Currie Cup.
Lomachis. Change of tactic for the Cheetahs from the restart, this time contestable, but missing all the fingertips and coming up with it. Reinhard Nothnagel. Warner. Away to Sangweni.
Out 3. And then one can't contest because you're there.
Aranos Kutsia blown up.
Well, the young team this Lions have, it's a great reaction. They've conceded quite early 2 tries. Amazing kick from Jordan Hendrikse. Currie was on. Again, look at the fight that he has. Arnus Kutsia never gave a chance for the man to place the ball who was on the ground. And that's a penalty, but how much were they punished with that kick? 5 meters out.
Okay.
Visagie. Lions get it right this time, and they set the rolling maul. They're being pushed towards the touchline. They'll need to correct. Breaking away is Visagie. In he goes for the try. The initial defense of the Cheetahs undone as Visagie breaks away and crosses the whitewash.
Yeah.
The Lions with 3 visits. And they came out with 10 points in the first half, and now 4th visit they got 15, and it was a set. That was a good defense from the Cheetahs. Had to give him the touchline because they can use that as a defensive line. Good read now, holding the ball in 2 hands, keeps the mind of Reinhard Fontaine, not knowing what he's going to do, and he cracks on, scores the try, Jaco Visagie, and that's almost giving back from all those lineouts that he threw in skew, and he puts a 5er, and we're back to level terms here. 30 points within 20 minutes.
It's after a barren spell of about 8 minutes as well. From the other side, Hendrikse corrects the record, his first successful kick of the evening, and the Lions take the lead.
And it was the forwards who were rewarding that work of getting upfield. And Visagie making a great decision at the back of that maul, breaking away and keeping the ball in 2 hands, found the space, scored the try.
Lomachis splits the difference this time with the restart, and Stian Pienaar confidently under that ball. Warner away to Sangweni. Now Warner takes the responsibility himself. Lomachis underneath this, time to catch and think. Does well to beat 2, but the offload does not go to hand. Andre Warner is there to clean up. Big hit over the rack.
There was a knock on there, no advantage.
Something that Clayton has to really think about. When you go from negative to negative, it really affects you psychologically. There was no need to force the pass.
It's coming out.
Reina Pochita under Fontaine under pressure.
There was
but he's
a
an
change in
experienced
height.
player. He should come back
It
from
would
this.
have been a penalty only.
He tops the charts with try assists, 5 of them this season. 54 carries. I mean, he's averaging ridiculous numbers when it comes to how much he really inspires an attacking impetus when for the Cheetahs. He needs to calm down and let his game do the talking.
Bind.
Scrums very difficult.
Please don't shout the set. Yeah, we can. We're waiting for ultimate stability, so Don't you guys call the set? Hulle het gegaan, een van hulle spelers het die set gekort. Ja. We're just waiting for that stability before we continue.
Dark guards at the front row, shouting out referees' calls to throw off your opposition.
Crouch. Bind. Set. No. Number one is clearly changing his angle and then going forward. Don't change your angle to go forward, please, number one.
Toilet. I saw his back facing the touch
There
line.
is dominance, but it's illegal because you've changed your angle.
And that way he was coming from the angle. Well, Cheetahs, yeah, making a good decision. The Lions reacted with 3 tries against them after they had the lead. And now they get a positive result. Now it's time to put the pressure back. Steve starts off, is square up on this. Look at how he works onto the angle to the inside. His number one is facing the touchline. And that's how it was called by Morris on the first days. And he has to earn that right by going forward first and then let nature take its course.
Pienaar. Perfection again.
The dead
from
giveaway
Ruan
is that you're
Pienaar.
fighting with your head for some space, get a clear gap to go.
A
and then go
lifetime
forward,
of
please.
quality in the game of rugby continues here as he returns once again to Bloemfontein, the city where he made his name. Hendrickse. Deep again, the line's not changing from this tactic. Brilliantly taken out of the air by Jean Drosti, able to set a maul.
Use it once!
Very interesting. Looked like
Ball is in
Boskeeper
front.
wanted to take that quickly around the corner, mishandled. Somehow managed to hold
Use
on
it,
to it.
9! Stop, 5!
All the time in
Stop.
the world for Reynard Fortuin to measure this kick.
Yeah, sometimes too much time. Now I don't mind. Devil's playground.
You stop.
Absolutely.
Has tried to put so much work and power behind it where he could have struck it. Just go back to the process. Follow through. Make sure your hips are following through.
Another test for Fasaki in the Lions line-out. Cheetahs happy to contest now, having seen the problems. Chituka quickly out. It's to Stian Pienaar. Quick ball to Warner. Great pace to this match as Skuman carries. Warner again. And the Lions knock it on. Oh, great play from Masuku. Doesn't go to hand, though.
2 knocks. First. Second.
Both teams seem to be very comfortable
Come
when
on,
it
let's
comes
go,
to
please.
broken
Let's get
play.
that tempo.
Now they had a set play that they had to play through the
Thank you
lines.
for getting out there as quickly as you can.
Not securing the position.
Okay, time off.
Take the pressure away from the Cheetahs.
Good to go.
After conceding that penalty.
Get a
Cheetahs
clear gap
inside
to go
their
in.
own
Don't fight
22
with the
now.
heads, right?
18 points to 17. Game's gone so quickly. Well, it's time now for Steve Toilet to show the
Shoulders,
response
loose head, shoulders.
and show
Thank you.
a good picture for the officials.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Gradually, we get more
straight.
stability at the scrums.
It's at the back now, use it.
Fight, it's the tussle.
Now it's Blommacheese on the blind. Blommacheese beats the first defender and now holds on to the ball well. Look how far he's advanced the Cheetahs up the field.
Advantage.
The catalyst of all
Eight going
attack
in
for
again.
the Cheetahs. Clayton Blommacheese, the cross kick might just be gold, but yeah.
Number 8. Putting in your hand again in the ruck. Clearly lost the contest. And slowing it down.
Strongly penalised.
Ruhan Strali
Number 8.
was supposed to start at number 7. part of injury with Franklin Horn, the captain.
Hy's nie daar. Ja, jy het hom.
Fortuyn will take this with the left boot. That's a much better strike.
You'll be happy with that.
Big carry from Yankees. And now it's a ruck, no hands in the ruck because there's two players over the ball. And he carried on playing.
So it's inside.
Exuberance, youth exuberance.
One more. Okay, they're out.
Plenty of misdirection. It goes to the back, and now Pinar Masuku. The Lions defense up quickly and strongly as well. And Pinar with quick ball. He gives it off to Bernardo. But this Lions defense is ferocious. Fortuyn is forced to carry it in.
Tackle now.
Stopped behind the gain line. Pinar. Bernardo. Pinar to Blommachies now. Not many numbers for the Cheetahs out wide, and the Lions again hit them backwards in defense. Pinar.
Advantage.
Diving forward in the contact, Dawson, and finally an advantage to the Cheetahs. That'll be sweet relief for them. They're really struggling to find the cracks in this defensive line.
I need this player. There's no attempt to wrap in the tackle. That's very dangerous. Number 6.
This is Sangweni. Goes to the sin bin.
It's a very dangerous tackle at high speed. No attempt to wrap. Number 6.
They defended so well, the Lions. They pushed the Cheetahs from their own 22. As Ruan Pinar goes for the touch. Sbusiso Sangweni goes for another 10 on the bin. And he went in as low as possible. This is a professional courtesy though, because it's such a dangerous tackle. And anything could have happened if Dawson didn't lift his legs. He won't like that going against him too, Sbusiso, so something that he has to work on his game.
Van der Merwe feeds the line out once more. It's Aiden Davis rising to receive this. One man down in the scrum. Can the Lions hold out the Cheetahs again? The Cheetahs making steady progress. Consolidating now, moving forward just enough to keep the referee satisfied. And here come the troops. The reinforcements have arrived as they screw around the corner now. It's Marnus van der Merwe. Can he get the ball down to ground?
Never got a clear ground.
That's good work there from Warner.
Him.
Got underneath the player carrying the ball, Marnus van der Merwe. And look at the work for Marnus van der Verstes, and as he comes into the screen right now, he's right behind the ball. Jaden Hendrickson too was held in their clutches, and they've done well, the halfbacks holding up a hooker.
Must be a sickening feeling as a front ranker to have a 9 and a 10 hold you up over the line. But the Cheetahs had go forward at that maul, broke away. Marnus van der Merwe as they lost some of their structure.
It's one thing that they have to start doing, the Cheetahs. It's converting most of the time when they're here. As they second driving maul that hasn't been successful after they've set it. And an interesting part about it is that they've gone for a 5-man. They're trying to shorten up the line out and try to set up a driving maul.
Yeah, shifted, yeah.
If they have to do that, they have to get momentum as soon as possible as they hit the ground and almost be on a sprint. That's what the Griquas do well.
That was good. There's no dominance on that side.
The match which preceded this, the Griquas went down to the Bulls at Loftus Versfeld. They'll have to fight hard to keep their spot in the top 4, the Griquas. The Pumas also in the top 4 right now. Spoiling the party for these two. One might say the Cheetahs and the Lions will be desperate to get in there.
8 versus 7, yeah.
Fine.
Cheetahs, more numbers.
Set. Stay square.
Another scrum holding up.
Use it now, it's at the back. Use it 9.
Clear instructions from the referee. Davis now picks up and Pinar gets it away. Charging in is Masuku. Quick ball is what Pinar wants and what he gets as well. Brits well marked up on the outside by the Lions. Pinar keeps it moving, and this one It's the no one in particular, but Barry does exceedingly well to keep the ball alive.
Ball is clearly out.
Clearly out, and
knock
Warner
on.
pounced on it, but Ruan Pinar able to effect the tackle and keep possession for his
Ball
team.
clearly popped out there.
They are struggling to pile up the points. They've been trying for the try line ever
I
since
didn't think he touched it.
they went up 15-14.
No, execution letting everyone down here.
Okay,
Warner, it's a great read from him.
time off.
There was daylight, they could see the ball. He played on to it. Arners could see the tight head form the Cheetahs. Getting a bit of action. See, his shoulder is the problem. He lost a bit of feeling there.
Okay, can we go, please?
21 caps for Namibia. Aranos Kutsia, born in Windhoek.
Okay,
Another
lucky.
Namibian international on the bench, and Louis van der
Quick recovery.
Westhuizen, both of whom played for Northwest University, now called the Eagles.
Yeah.
Well, this is a crucial scrum for the Cheetahs. Don't want the Lions to get away with this period of play without conceding significant points.
Gaan net wag vir stability vir die enkel. Okay, that's time on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Pinar feeds. Just a bit of go forward for the Cheetahs here, and they'll look to capitalize on this, get themselves an
Going
advantage.
backwards, under pressure.
Now they can run the ball with abandon. Davis picks up at the back inside for Pinar.
Dawson seeming to get the best off. Best off Ruan Drea in that scrum. Thought the Lions came here with a much more feared scrum. It's the Cheetahs who've been really putting the pressure. 2 penalties now against the Cheetahs.
Let's go, please,
Dawson
Cheetahs.
really gets to the knees.
Let's
Ruan
go,
Drea,
get the
and he
tempo.
can't hold the pressure, and he pops out in that boiler room. It's a tough situation. They've gone for a 5-6-man line out again.
To the back. Once more it is Aiden Davis receiving. Everything
Use it
legal
now.
there from the Lions. The sack, good. Rolling maul nullified. Here's Porgieter. Cheetahs need momentum. Pinar sends it blind again. Can Masuku provide that momentum? Great work on his feet, Masuku, but now driven towards the touchline.
Oh, lost the ball.
Well, the Cheetahs coughing up opportunities.
No,
Now
it's
they're
not.
racing back to get in position for the clearing kick. Hendrickson
Stay on.
looking for
Okay, you're
distance.
back on side now. Put on side by 11.
Doesn't. Turned out to be quite a contestable kick. Makwana chasing well, but Blomachi's plenty of work to do. Here's Pokomela. Dummy and go, moving forward as a loose forward should. Pinar now away to Fortain. Blomachi's. Fortain on the inside again. The offloading game of the Cheetahs just keeps the pace of the game eternally high. Bernardo, inside ball to Van der Merwe, the tireless number 2.
Tackle out.
Pinar again, Bernardo. Phase after phase.
Tackler.
But the Lions' defense keeps restructuring just in time. Now the youngster Cameron Dawson carrying it in. Pinar, Porgieter. Interesting tackle there from Drea. Fortain off the Blobbercheese. It's on now to the outside. In the corner, it's Craig Berry. And the Cheetahs score at last.
They will clear it.
Katin Blomich is doing what he does best, assisting on try scoring
They will clear
opportunities. And the Cheetahs showed patience. They knew that if they kept the ball, a tackle was made. And this is important clean out from Arnus Kutia because it gives opportunity now. Do what you do best. Clayton Blomich is putting the ball into space, and Craig Berry, just a little jog on to the try line. It's much better from the Cheetahs. They showed patience.
Thanks.
They had structure on their phase play, dummy runs, and getting the ball into your playmakers, Fortain and Plomaches, get the try in the corner.
Unsuccessful with this attempt. And the score remains 23 points to 17.
It's great work from Clayton Plomaches, running into the space and knowing that he's created more for Craig Berry on the outside. Just had to float the pass there to him.
Change of tactics for the Lions from the kickoff after so many deep restarts. A contestable one, but it hasn't worked out for them. Fortain sends it out to Davis. Masuku. Plomaches moving on the outside as usual. The Cheetahs. Brett sends it off to Pokomela. Pokomela to Berry. The Lions covering the fence, working so hard. Now Potgieter into the cap. Zeilinger has to muscle up to the head, and it did not look comfortable. Plomaches, well, Dawson hung out a hand.
Communication there. A part in front of Sia Masuku, not expecting a ball to come to him.
Tackles just making sure that there is a clear attempt to wrap behind it off for him.
Coming in Potgieter again.
They judge there was enough.
Zeilinger standing up his ground and getting the men onto the ground. Oh, the touch from Dawson. Almost getting on the way there of Masuku.
He's had a great night, especially in the scrums, Dawson. Up against Ruandrea of so much experience, not just holding his own, but winning some penalties, moving forward in a couple of scrums. It'll fill him with great confidence.
Crouch. Bind. Gents. The pre-engagement is something that you guys can control, right?
Fair few problems at scrum time this evening. As the clock ticks down, all the Lions approach this final minute. So far to go upfield.
Bind. Set.
Warner feeds.
That side.
Well, for the first time, it's gone out of the way.
That side.
Steve's the toilet. Seemed he had the better off Arnos Kutia. Very difficult. Both collapsed.
What a kick that is. Once again from the young Jordan Hendrickson, moving the ball upfield just outside the 22 of the Cheetahs. One last attacking opportunity before the end of this half. Look on Jaco Visagi's face. Might convince a couple of young hookers to change position. Taking the time about things, the Lions, and why not? Still a man down. They've done well to negotiate these 10 minutes. Visagi feeds, perfect line out for the Lions. Cheetahs disrupting that rolling maul, but a penalty advantage to the Lions. Coach killing plays at the end of the half from the Free Staters.
You can't end up there if you're sacking. You're creating a speed bump, and everybody's falling over you.
Clearly described by Marius van der Westhuizen creating a speed bump, and there on your screen the returning player for the Lions, Sangweni. What a lift that will be just before they presumably set up a rolling maul from this line out.
Nachel trying to make sure that they can get their line out. Call. They need to be accurate here. They need to get something from this visit.
Let's go.
To the back over everyone and into Cheetah's hands. Fortuin capitalizing on the Lions' mistake. And now Potgieter always ready to rumble. And rumble forward he does. Pienaar, massive gaps over the back of this defensive line should the Cheetahs get their eyes up. Just Zeilinger back there trying to cover the space. But now it is covered and Masuku has ball in hand. The Cheetahs keen to run no matter what the time on the clock might say. Blommaertjies now kicks for position and Zeilinger surely will kick it into touch. And that brings an end to the first half here in Bloemfontein. An entertaining half it has been. The Cheetahs running out to an early lead before the Lions found their feet in the game and came rushing back into it. But in the end, it is the Cheetahs leading at halftime by 23 points to 17.
Celebrations begin.
Second half awaits here in the Free State. The Cheetahs holding on to a 6-point lead over the Sigma Lions, visiting down from Johannesburg. Both teams desperate for these log points as they must start winning. Time is ticking away in the Currie Cup. One to see this Similani yet to make his mark on this game. One of the most exciting young players in South Africa. Indeed, the SA Rugby Young Player of the Year in 2020.
Okay.
Up front, the line-out has been shaky for the Lions, improving as the game went on. Scrum for both sides, unstable. Blommaertjies launches one that Yard can get after. Perfectly measured, really, and the Lions under pressure right away. Warner. And that's a fine run. Get further away from the touchline, give more space for Warner to execute the box kick, which bounces and lands in the hands of Blommaertjies. Fortuin has grown in confidence with ball in hand during this match. Pokomela with a half gap away to Pienaar. Superb work on the ground from Chituka. And now Similani looking to run into space, but Potgieter, who does everything at full steam, executes the tackle. Sangweni.
Is it now?
Warner away. They spread it instead of kicking. Zeilinger now takes it to the line. Here's Odendaal. Precious little ball he saw in the first half. The Cheetahs dominated possession.
9, use it.
Warner takes the responsibility on his shoulders again. Great box kick that is, as Blommaertjies has to improvise to get away from the on-rushing Pienaar. Cheetahs will have to start from deep. Just enough supporting Cheetahs player to keep that ball clean. Fortuin hit behind the gain line. Once the Lions set their defensive line, they really are forcing the Cheetahs to struggle to find gaps. Big hits constantly. Davis has done very well, not supporting his weight.
Pass the ball.
Yeah.
For
Ruben Skuman went past the ball first, and then after that he was using his elbows to rest.
Pienaar off a touch. A solid touch it is inside the 22 of the Lions.
Davis carrying away from the touchline. There's Skuman. His arms are right past the ball, and already you can see his knees leaning onto the player on the ground. Definitely not supporting his body weight. And there's a picture that Marius van der Westhuizen saw.
Out of in. No, if you're going to play around like that, we'll just stop it. Okay, get your numbers. Okay, he's in. You've got time to adapt.
Marius van der Westhuizen not happy with the cloak and dagger work of the Cheetahs, trying to get the Lions to get the numbers wrong in the line out. And it's led to severe confusion for the Cheetahs, and they've thrown it straight into the hands of Strowley, who deals with Malcolm Yar on the run. Under pressure, Hendrickson.
In the tackle.
The Lions come away with it. Similani manages to get that pass away somehow.
Vantage,
Zelinger, Makwani on the outside. Pienaar covering.
It's good cover for Ruan Pienaar, as any scrum-off does. Sweeping behind the front line. But the hands that he's shown, I don't know how his hamstrings feel at 38.
Time off. We've got looks like a serious injury there on 8.
Oh, that's a great skill from Ruan Pienaar.
Kobani not always known for his quick clearances from the base of the ruck when he was playing in the green and gold.
No, it depends which age were you at. If you've played on to the last bits of him, I remember him as a youngster, as a 19-year-old, one of the most snappiest quick services that he used to have.
Okay,
playing those games that he played in Ulster, playing, being a player of the year in Europe, it shows the quality of the young man. About 66 tests on him, and there's Raps Makwani touching him in the eye a bit. We've seen more of those.
Of course, not just a scrum off either.
Well, played at fly, fullback. That's just a multi-talented player.
As ek jou kan vra om hele goed uit te sorteer dan.
On in the 20 jersey is Travis Gordon. Just about 2 Lions caps to his name. The young loose forward, formerly the captain of SA Schools in 2017. And rising through the ranks here at the Lions. A couple of potential debutants on the bench as well for the Lions. And that's good work from the Lions at the line out. Berger Odendahl carries them forward. Warner away to Hendrickson. Look at the Cheetahs rushing up, trying to negate that outside ball. Brett's not so sure that he had a realistic chance of catching that. An advantage to the Lions.
No clear attempt to catch it, number 13. Just putting a hand out, no clear attempt to catch it.
There's a change on the Cheetahs' defensive approach. The line speed now really coming up and putting pressure to the Lions, especially on phase play. Hendrickson has been absolute beaut with those kicks to the touch. And this is David Brett, who, with the man on this outside, Malcolm Yard, they come in trying to get that ball, and it was deemed to be a bit cynical, not a clear attempt to catch the ball. Stuck his hands out there. But already you can see that line speed trying to shut the Lions from playing with width.
It's over the 15.
He heaves it to the back for Gordon. The Lions set a rolling maul. Great position on the field to set the rolling maul. 15 yards in. Now Stian Pienaar on the loop. Lions have their tails up, and it's Similani. Beats the first, the second brings them down.
No hands now. Vantage.
Oh, that's poor from the Cheetahs.
No, not going to take it like that. Overextended, the same picture as down there.
I think one thing that'll be very frustrating for both defensive coaches is how quick the ball is. That's not giving any defensive line time to sit.
No, overextending, same as that one there.
Look at this. Oh, Junior Pokomela still looking for him. But now, as 2 players over the ball, not allowed to put their hands in. It's a bit cynical. And the Maverick got lucky with that. And it's a soft penalty.
Easy as you like for Hendrickson. It's now a 3-point game. Lomachis keeps it orthodox with the restarts. Another one hanging high for Yar to chase. smokes his man as he arrives. Malcolm Yard and Zeilinger will be feeling that.
Use it 9.
Possession still with the Lions, so great responsibility from Zeilinger in the face of that pressure.
Touched.
Sometimes no, it's coming, but you have to take it. Lomachi's of a kick that was touched. Now Fortain sees a big gap in front of him, and a player with a small number on his back. He sent it off to Bratz. Bratz with a man slipping in front of him, but Matwane on the cover. Rapid. Pinar sends it open side again. Not a great pass. Bernardo, judged not to have knocked that on. Lomachi's now taking it right to the line, as is his talent, and now off goes Sangweni. Sangweni needs to back himself here. The offload is good to Gordon. Gordon could go all the way, but unselfishly sends it to Stian Pinar for a truly remarkable try, going end to end. This is the Carling Currie Cup.
The Cheetahs, they shoot themselves on the foot here on their attack. Get it. They shoot themselves on the foot here.
Yep.
As Clayton Blomich is playing the ball with the man in between the ball, that man that he was looking for, the support. Sangweni looks for the support. Travis Gordon, eyes light up, but then he thinks, I've got the quicker man on my outside. Tian Pinar to finish it off. Against the run of play, Cheetahs had all the ball, had the line break. They got into the 22. And then after that, ball protection. Unfortunate.
Hendrickson. Easy game for Jordan Hendrickson. There's your try scorer.
Sangweni does well. He goes for the attempted intercept and he gets it. And after that, just keeping the ball alive. Davis looks out to the outside, and he's got Stian Pinar. Pace. And it's well played for the Lions against the run of play. They take the lead, 27 points to 23.
So dynamic. Sibusiso Sangweni. Blomichis sends it high, this time shorter, changing their approach slightly, the Cheetahs, but the Lions manage somehow again to hold on to possession. Warner.
Hands on.
Off to Sangweni. What an impact he's had on this match. Things
I'm not
turning
seeing
against the
any effort
Cheetahs.
to get out.
Yeah, Bernardo rolling away.
Not seeing any
Cheetahs.
effort. If you show a clear effort and they're holding you in, it'll be clear.
Doing well for them. Ball protection. Rene Bernardo has to make a concerted effort. Roll out from that position. And again, it's Hendricks with another pinpoint getting into the 22.
Number 3, number 2, and number 7.
The heaving boot of Hendrickson continues to drive the Lions downfield, and these penalties that the Cheetahs are giving away
Number
will end up
5.
costing them.
J5.
As a whole host of substitutes comes onto the field for the Cheetahs. And there is a debutant. Lunga Ngube comes on for his first Lions cap, SA Schools 2018.
Yeah.
Sharks Under 19 Player of the Year in 2019. Waiting on the bench,
just time is
Henku van
off.
Veek. In the eyes of many, the most exciting young player in the country. Played SA Under 20 this year. Missed out, of course, on some development due to the COVID pandemic.
We're just waiting for it. It's a boot.
Malcolm Yard has really been outstanding defensively.
Okay, we're good to
And
go.
Fred Zeilinger does well
Okay.
to retain this position. I'll have jumped to protect myself.
Time on.
It's a very important skill of the kickoff. You can keep your toes off the floor. Another rolling maul attempt here from the Lions. They've started with some aggression. Chituka in the center trying to pull his men forward, but the Cheetahs have responded. Not easy to do when a rolling maul has momentum. Birger Ordendal has to take a difficult one and move forward. Warner now.
Ball is out.
Zeus and Zeilinger does well to tidy up. Here's Ruan Dreyer.
Never a clear release.
Warner. Strong hits on Sangweni. That line speed of the Cheetahs in evidence once more. Hendrickson to the line, beating that line speed. Tries to force the pass to the outside. Multiple knock-ons.
Yeah.
Three Lions, please. Three Lions. Stop.
Carl Lusardi.
Time off. If you show a clear release, you might get a reward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, I take it.
Ek nie gesien nie.
Coming on, tight head for Ruan Dreyer. Listen Zilla has come on for Jacques Portgitter for the Cheetahs. Hankus van Wyk on the front row.
Carl Lusardi's been around for a while. Hard to believe he's just 24, 5 years with Western Province. He's also been to Stade Francais.
Ja, wasn't there. Ons het nog eers 1 skram gehad waar dit kan doen nie, so kom ons kyk eers. Okay, can we go white?
Stays in the hooking position for the Cheetahs too. Another change in the
Okay,
front
time
row.
on. Okay, loose end. Shoulders, please. Shoulder and shoulder. Crouch. Bind. Set.
After a lengthy break, we are back and the Lions are up for it. Popping up at the front, no call from referee Van der Westhuizen in the break on down the touchline. Fortuin beats the first. Big tackle from the second. Zeilinger getting his own back. Spinning out of the hit and moving forward, Andisa Ntila. Loopy pass to get the play moving again, and the kick over the top from Masuku is well measured and wise.
One wide, never onside.
And they'll have a better chance to move the ball upfield, so Marius van der Westhuizen calls the Cheetahs back for a penalty.
Massive try, and then line break was huge from the Cheetahs. All those players retreating are all offside. Right in the midst of the field. And Siamasuku spotting that space and drilling the ball back. They get the advantage by getting the penalty into the 22.
Ruan Pienaar and Jordan Hendrickson are having a competition for the most pinpoint kicking out of hand. There's one going right into the corner again, setting up the Cheetahs with a fantastic opportunity for a rolling maul. New hooker on the field,
exactly the same as what you're doing.
a.k.a. Chucky van der Westhuizen, Namibian international, who has World Cup experience, preparing to feed. To the front, and the Cheetahs set the rolling maul again. Lions trying to work them towards that touchline, but they managed to straighten.
In the 5.
They've got the first call of use it. Chucky van der Westhuizen in the boot here. Going with the momentum, and here come the extras. Now rolling around the corner. The Cheetahs are in for sure. Down they go. Try given. And the hosts take the lead again.
Numbers was the game here for the Cheetahs. Louis van der Westhuizen gets the try, and it puts the Cheetahs on the lead, and the bonus point for both sides. Now it's all about who wins this. Added numbers from Masuku, Ruan Pienaar, even Craig Berry will say he had a hand in it, and David Brett was in the mix. The Cheetahs, though, they convert once they got into that 22, which is important for them. With 5 visits in the 22, 25 points to show for that.
Ruan Pienaar, one of the players who lent his weight to the rolling maul that crossed the line with a tough kick to convert this try. Ruan Pienaar bending it back the other way in the score now 30 points to 27. High scoring affairs in the Carling Currie Cup this year.
There's a patience from the Cheetahs in the numbers game, getting their backs to bolster that, and they push it over for the try, forcing that bonus point to try that they needed. And they're still in the lead here as Chakweni replaces Dawson and Skekete in for Bernardo.
Very well organized on the kickoff receipts have the Cheetahs. Malcolm Yar there folding behind the potential lifted player to make sure the ball didn't fall loose. The Cheetahs do secure possession. These Lions just keep hitting them back in the tackles. Pinar sends one over the top for the wingers to chase. Seilinger will be relieved not to be under pressure when receiving that. He's taken some big hits. In their own half now, the Lions must start from deep. Cheetahs line speed rivaling that of the Lions now, especially so here in the second half.
7.
Warner,
thank you.
Taking his time, making sure everybody's on sides. Very well measured kick as well, but Blomachi's rises high to receive. Well handled by Blomachi's and Yard in combination. Now Fortain wants to get it moving to his back line. Brilliant work to keep that move alive. Popping it over the top. Here's Barry. Turns to the boot. This one bending towards the touchline. Seilinger with work to do now. Defenders in position. Seilinger beats 2. But still the Cheetahs have a chance to strike in ruck time.
Got it. Turnover is good.
The turnover is good. It's Siamasuku. Chakweni fresh onto the field. Wisely holding on to the ball when he may have passed in a compromised position, but Sekekete renders it moot as he knocks the ball on. In any case, Warner hitting the ball at speed. Can change everything when the play is broken. If one player has the initiative to run straight and hard. Here's Hendrickson. How broken is this period of play?
Tackle assist.
Warner. Similani off to Seilinger. Spreads the ball. The bouncing ball goes to Makwane. Grabs Makwane. Man on the inside is Berger Udamdal. And he will eat this up in over the line. Get the ball to Rabs.
Well, it seems to suit the Lions. Transitional play. They're looking class. And this man has got pace. It seems as everyone else is jogging next to him. Good pass from Seilinger. I bounce it and look at this now. Just put it onto fifth gear from Gestart and Berger Ordendal. Only thing he had to do was back up onto the inside. The Cheetahs, when the game fragments, this is when they found themselves in deep waters.
And Kubani, I know you're a fan of the bouncing pass, can throw defenses completely off. You've got this line speed, you've trained all week. Enough for that.
Bounce pass. Everyone sort of puts
That's 40 seconds for the kick.
Eyes down onto the floor, and then the man putting on the pace leaves you around. But Raps Makwane, he is rapid.
It's going to be tight. He's got 25 seconds. Just work with him.
Hendrickson raising the flags. It's 34 points to 30 as the lead continues to change hands.
Lots of space on the edges, and Raps Makwane has exploited that. And this is good drawing and passing. Ball back onto the inside to Berger Ordendal, who's captaining for this evening. The Lions, they go on the lead by 34 points to 30.
Blomachis, this time just beyond the 22 again. A brilliant chase from 2 players, Yar and Pokomela. And the Lions must begin from deep again. Here's Emmanuel Chituka, his brother not in the squad today. Warner.
Stop!
Hendrickson.
Thank you.
launching it downfield again, safely into touch, but quickly it is taken by Blommachies. Cheetahs looking to speed things up. Berry off to Brits. Brits straight through the center. Now he's got to get it away. Brits to Pienaar. Ruan Pienaar with a couple to beat. Pienaar with the patience, and now it's on the outside for Yard. A stunning rugby match continues to deliver, and Malcolm Yar hits the corner and hurts himself in the process.
Well, these gents, I think a tackle is something that you take fishing. And open up, two players not communicating, Lunga Nuban, one Disila Similani, and Ruan Pienaar. Look at how this was told at school. Hold the ball up, look for the support, and take your time. And Malcolm Yar, with the support for him, just it. Man, it's just tries galore here.
It can't all be fast. Sometimes it breaks up defenses. It's fast, slow. And Ruan Pienaar introduced a cool head to a fiery situation. And now he has a challenging kick from the touchlines. Both of these two sides really need to sort out the defenses. Too many points conceded in these last two matches. Courageous captain of the Cheetahs has knocked it over right from the corner. This is his home ground. He is Ruan Pienaar.
Malcolm Yar will make his way out. I think he's suffering from cramps, but Brits has been outstanding, making that move from Western Province. And Ruan Pienaar, all the experience in the world, buying the time, and they create opportunity on the edge. Chase line from the Lions. Not connected, and it was exploited.
Hendrickson putting plenty behind that kick to get it high up in the air. And the Cheetahs letting that one slip through the fingers. Done well to retain and move forward. Davis flattened in that hit. Pienaar. And it's a good, strong carry from Henkes van Beek. Pienaar to Blommachies to clear.
Stop!
And enough time to get a clean strike, finds distance. No chance of the quick throw in. And the Cheetahs have a chance to settle. Still just the 3 points separating the two sides. Tough must it be for Harvey's Fourie coaching the side week by week, just watching the tries flow in either direction.
Okay.
It's defense wins you championships. It gets difficult as the pressure goes higher, especially when you're getting to the playoffs. Knowing how to lock your door will help a lot, and if you can score tries, it even makes it much more fun game.
Cronje off to Hendrickson. There is Carlos Sadi.
Advantage against 16.
Figure that he is. Offsides against the Cheetahs. Finally, that line speed works against them. Cronje fresh onto the field. Here's Zeilinger.
Number 16 late. Okay. You've got the penalty. 16 late on number 9, on number 20, I think. Yeah, number 16. I weet dat hy gedoen het.
Both sides seemingly desperate to raise the pace, but all the time in the world left in this rugby match. Just not into touch as Berry sends it to Blommachies, who backs himself against Rabs Makwane.
Outside.
Sent flying back. Zeilinger watching this over his head. Another difficult bounce for Zeilinger.
Stay white.
Takes his time, measures himself, and the former Cheetah sends it flying into the blue sky. Safe clearance from a difficult situation.
Well, it was a late tackle that gave the Lions a chance. Louis van der Westhuizen, and what it really does, you can see that as it makes it hard for the scrum half to get you to the next ruck. And it is a bit cynical.
See plenty of that kind of thing from the All Blacks in open play. Rugby championship on the way.
No name throwing.
into the back, and the Cheetahs must contest very hard to get that one back. Very well done in the end. Into the contact, and Sila. Pinar. Blomachis.
16!
Kicks towards the touchline. Makwane's got it covered. Did it bounce in field? The answer is no.
Well, that bounce was very tight. It belongs to a defensive line. And it almost looked as if it landed in. Oh, way over. Maybe that's a double line.
Well, Clayton Blomachis is a man who plays the game on the edge. You live by the sword, you die by the sword kind of player. He'll provide you with plenty of try assists, but he needs that creative freedom, and the Cheetahs certainly give him that.
This is the middle. Open, please. Open. We don't want to see 4 free kicks before it's sorted out.
Feed to the line out, almost disrupted by Sekekete. Hendrickson.
Great turnover.
Outstanding attempt at the turnover from Pokomela.
Another one.
Contest on the ground is superb as well. Marius van der Westhuizen is commentating on this match perfectly. Makwane on the outside now. Makwane again. Oh yes, it's Rams Makwane. Time after time, he tears open these defenses, and this time he crosses for a try of his own.
Oh, he shuts it down. Rabs Makwane. He can't substitute pace. And it's a great read from Fred Zillinger, who's had a brave game today. Look at this, right in between the space that was created by Craig Berry coming up. Rabs Makwane is shoulders
I'm happy that
on.
that player is behind.
And look at this, just changing the direction. Nothing Clayton Blomachis could have done unless Tay's knee ligament trying to attempt that tackle. This is a brilliant kick from Fred Zillinger. And when he got pace like this, you might as well unleash it. When the Lions and the Cheetahs, so many tries in this game.
Hendrickson, a hard strike from a close distance, knocks over the extra 2. It's a 4-point game.
There's a turnover, and Fred Zillinger sporting the space that Craig Berry was up. Clayton Blomachis was trying to cross cover. Raps just had to change direction, and he shuts it down.
Blomachis, deeper this time. Solid chase on.
No
It's very well
tackle.
done by Stian Pinar. Cronier.
White, stop!
To Zeilinger.
Stop! Stop!
Hung this one up towards the touchline. Won't go out, though. Giving the Cheetahs the chance to run. Fortain takes it to the line. Preferring not to turn to the boot, and the Cheetahs retain possession. Pinar. Simple stuff for Drosti. Carries it up, but can they clean? Yes, they can. And now it's Blomachis to the line. Creative spark of the Cheetah
No
side.
clear release.
Yeah,
Tackle
definitely
assist.
no clear release from Nathan McBeth.
No clear
Waiting
release.
for that
17.
steal.
One of the many Monument products playing in the Lions today. Nathan McBeth. Apparently Rassie Erasmus himself tried to coax McBeth into playing for the SA under-20s. He played for Scotland under-20. Still eligible for both.
Tackle was made. Has to show the release. It was right onto the ball from the start. Had no rights to that ball.
Go time for the Cheetahs here. Sekekete will be lifted. Very often a target in the line-out. The sack is good, and the Cheetahs break away. Try given. And Sila pounces on the opportunity, and the tries continue to flow in Bloemfontein here this evening. He seems confused himself.
Well, it seems whoever gets possession gets a try. And it's from a driving ball right at the back. It was a very direct and deliberate throw from Louis van der Westhuizen and Decent Zila. bring in the impact that was expected from him from the bench.
Right, Donkey.
And the Cheetahs take the lead. I've switched so many hands, I can't keep up.
Toing and froing all evening long this match has been, and Ruan Pienaar has the chance to take it from a 1-point game to a 3-point game.
It's actually been 10 times, thanks to our director.
Pienaar. The flags are raised again, and once again it is a 3-point game.
The Cheetahs go to the back of the line-out, and it's Andesenzila who stays up and puts the leg drive. And Skekete, valuable in the line-outs for the Cheetahs.
Lead changes. Will we see another? Plenty of time left to play, that's for sure. Hendrickson. Well received again by Droste.
Fine.
Preferred receiver of these kickoffs, and he has received the most of them. Very well positioned. The Lions changed tactic once. Did win the ball back when they switched sides as well. Haven't turned back to that again. Pienaar. Cheetahs look for a measured exit. Lomachi sends it towards the touchline. Hendrickson. He'll do it himself, Hendrickson. He's bust them wide open, and it's off to Makwane, who didn't come in on the switch as quickly as Hendrickson may have liked.
Too slow, 13.
Now it's Cronje. The penalty advantage being played to the Lions. Cronje again. This Cheetahs defensive line is shaped up, though.
Too slow, 13. He's got to roll. It's only in this side of the field that they take longer. Get out there, please.
The Lions now, what will they choose? You'd have to imagine they'll be kicking to the corner.
Just players lying around.
Yeah, could just have a chat to 21 there. In front of the kick.
Points.
Yeah, absolutely no influence.
Hendrickson,
They played that
he
way.
spots the space, tries to come for a switch here, ref won it. And now had to roll away was David Britt. Took his time and slowed that ball down for the Lions. Was spotted though by the referee, awarded them a penalty. The Lions don't go for a post, they decide to go for the touch line. Let's see if they can profit.
What's wrong?
They just could get there right in the front there with Junior Pokomela.
Thank you.
Two key line-out jumpers will put the pressure onto the Lions. Lions, loads of movement in their line-out. As far as PJ Porter, I'll be so confused with his movements.
And they feed it to the front of the line-out. PJ Porter, the monument man, waiting at the back to see if the ball will come his way, and now it is in his clutches. And with the call of use it once, he breaks away from the back, and the Cheetahs are there to meet him. Cronje. Slow setup now for the Lions. Knock on immediately. Hard hits from the Cheetahs, forcing the changeover in possession. Brits sends it to Meyer. And Stian Pienaar has to put body on the line. Lions over the ball.
It's a great steal there, no advantage for the knock. Great
Really
steal.
enjoys a good turnover. Referee van der Westhuizen.
Number 14, Lions.
And there's Sabia happening. And it's the player you were talking about.
Yeah, your ball.
That's Van Wyk. He gets his debutant. First cap for the Lions.
Tommy's off here. We're doing a sub.
Talented players. There's a knock on that came. Trying to get the ball, and Fred Zillinger has been brave today. He's shown up with the tackles, stayed brave on the high balls, and they're really taking the pressure off Jordan Hendrickson, the way that they shared the role of clearing and doing the exit for the Lions and driving their play.
Interesting also, Duncan Matthews was due to start. Completely different player from Zeilinger. And there's Henk van Wyk on at 23. Big day for Henk van Wyk. He makes another step up in his progression through the South African rugby scene.
Okay, it's under 5.
SA under 20 this year. Scored a number of tries in the tour that was organized.
Okay, forward.
Against Georgia,
Forward.
Uruguay, and
Before you go
Argentina. With 3 points
Okay,
separating the two
on.
sides. We now have 6.5 minutes to play.
Bind. Set.
Wow, take a look at this Lions pack.
Just pulling out under
The
pressure.
pride roaring at scrum time. And what a time to do it. 3 points down with the clock ticking away. The pack
Standing up under pressure.
has got the ball back.
All these young cubs,
Okay, what
the
are you doing?
Lions.
Shut.
so many junior players and that, not much experience, but they really have
Captain.
stood up. They've chased hard. Players like Sibusiso Sangweni showing so much hard work. And now it's Nathan McBeth who decides that it's time to rumble up front. And they put the pressure back onto the Cheetahs. They kept on working and they got the traction on the ground. It's good work from the loose head, and the pressure popped Louis from the Vistas and out. That was coming in from Carlos Sardi and his hooker PJ Porter.
Water to the front.
Advantage,
Skuman
bang you
the
in the
receiver.
air.
Penalty advantage to the Lions.
First one in the air, and second one now in an early tackle.
Both sides have given away 10 penalties each. 75
In the
minutes
air.
gone in this game. Cheetahs just
Yeah.
go for 11.
Sort your numbers. Ja. Ik ga nou zien als...
There's the evidence. Disrupted in the air. Skuman on his way down. This is it
No,
for the
one out.
Lions right here. Got to get this right. Take the lead again. And there will still be time after that. PJ Porter feeds perfectly again. Skuman receives.
Line,
The
backwards.
Cheetahs with a great shove. And the Lions must break away. Debutant Mark Sneeman. Breaking through the tackles, Travis
Tackle!
Gordon. There's big raps on this youngster. Round the corner again, but too quickly. An advantage, fortunately, accruing just before that.
Knock on in the tackle. This player, I think so. Well, it was in the tackle, so that's why it's...
A scrum to the Lions. Less than 4 minutes to play.
Very important time here for the Lions. You think that ball was going to Lunganube. Reaching out with his hand was PJ Porter,
Okay,
and it
let's
was a
go.
knock-on.
Let's go.
But it was from an advantage for him. Where the Lions have got the spot. They've got a chance here.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lions scrum after that great success at the last set down. They try to get moving again, but the
Playing advantage,
Cheetahs
17 on his knees
lock
here.
their knees, but illegally so. Cronje breaking away. Tap to the outside.
17
Forward,
collapsing
forward.
it on his knees this side.
On in the wing position, Van Wyk. He's an outside centre by nature.
Having a shot.
Having a shot with less than 3 minutes to play. They've put their cards on the table for Bani. They are going for the draw right now and let the chips fall as they may thereafter. Wow. What do you think?
Well, they need to get a point. They need to get out of here. They need to make sure that they can have positive results if they want to fight for that playoff spot. I thought they should have gone this about 10 minutes ago. They have to back themselves to go score now and put this team under pressure because they've given away 12 penalties.
Say again?
The Cheetahs.
Okay.
With the line scrum so dominant underneath the posts of the Cheetahs, having just won a scrum penalty and another scrum penalty before that, one might feel that they could have earned themselves a penalty try. Have they turned back to the old school
Thank you.
of rugby tactics. Onto the field for the Cheetahs. Is Morsi Blomages with the restart. So impactful in the first half. Sibusiso Sangweni also picked himself up a yellow card. Macbeth.
Inside.
Oh, he does seem like a talented prop forward, doesn't he? Is Hendrickse. Davis slightly around the neck. Did well to let go. Cronier. Sneeman powering through on his debut. Macbeth away to Zeilinger. Zeilinger over the top to Van Veek. Difficult to receive that one on the back foot. Still manages to beat two defenders and move the lines forward. Here's Cronier. Water. We are into the final minute of the match. The Lions rolled the dice, kicked for the draw, and hoped they could move upfield and get themselves a try. Here's Zeilinger. Can he make that prediction good? Cronier off to Botha. Cheetahs defense continues to rush up with great energy on every play. But the Lions are finding some ways to beat that defense on the outside. Spread across the field now again, the Cheetahs. Sangweni to ground. Cronier. Cronier sniping. Not what he's best known for, Cronier. Makes solid meters for the Lions. Bigger Woodendal taking it to the line, and he's knocked it on as the clock goes red. Here's Clayton Blomages. Cheetahs don't need any second invitation to have a go. Seems like you might have had a dreadlock caught there, Clayton Blomages. Those are the risks of the hairstyle. Wide it goes from Fortain. Masuku. Pokomelo on the outside. It is enthralling rugby here to close out this match in Bloemfontein. Can anybody snatch victory from the clutches of, well, not defeat, but a draw? Sekekete to the line. Here's Pinar. Fortain. It's a dodgy pass. That is the final whistle. Pure entertainment from both sides. But in the end, a frustrating result for the two of them. The Lions, they asked for this. They kicked for the post with just minutes remaining, knowing that the scores would draw level, they would receive possession, backing themselves to get upfield. But get upfield, they could not. Exasperated, the captain of the Cheetahs lying on the field now. And that's how Ruan Pinar got his injury. Well, so unfortunate from the hand of his own player, Chakweni, giving a bloody nose to his captain. And there's a bloody nose on the faces of the Cheetahs themselves as well. They started today on the bottom of the log, and on the bottom of the log is where they will finish. The Lions with 4 tries and the draw will add some points to their tally as they chase down Western Province and the Pumas. But in the end here, it's a draw between the Cheetahs and the Lions. 44 points apiece, 6 tries each.
And the celebrations begin.